Jim, before we get stuck into some questions, we actually have a very minor noob accusation that we should probably just get out of the way.
Oh boy, I can't wait to find out who's busted mustard.
You mean busted custard?
Busted mustard custard?
What's mustard custard?
Culinary fusion.
Ugh. Well, anyway, I suppose we better get Darren on the phone just to help adjudicate it. It won't take very long.
Hello, the Honourable Judge Darren speaking.
Oh, hi, Judge Darren. We've just noticed a tiny, pesky little noob accusation we should probably get your opinion on.
Oh, I know, Goose. In fact, I have detected a number of very serious noob accusations. So serious, we'll need to deal with them in Noob Court.
Whoa, what is this place? Darren, is that you? Are you a hologram now?
You look great, Darren. Nice wig.
Order! Order in the Noob Court. The Honourable Judge Darren is presiding. Now, it is time to consider these matters most newbie. First, we have an accusation against you, Goose. It's from the king of the memes. I have a noob accusation against Goose, even if he is the best host. On the 20th of April, he said on our spawn point that the Harry Potter mystery game on mobile would come later. But at the time of this being said, I had it. I was up to the broom lessons. P.S. Darren is programmed to be awesome. P.P.S. Goose is a noob. Thanks. Answer, or your Wi-Fi will be deleted. Well, what say you, Goose?
Well, Judge Darren, no disrespect to His Majesty the King of Memes. But in my defence, Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery was given the official release date of the 25th of April, and I'll admit an early access style playable version of the game did creep into app stores ahead of that without warning, but that really did come out of nowhere. And nevertheless, shouldn't we still consider the launch date to be that of the official release anyway?
I'm considering giving you a yellow card for this one, Goose, as it would have been nice to mention that Spawnlings could download the early access version.
Oh dear. Yellow is the colour of custard and mustard.
However, I understand that sometimes these things are unforeseeable and only emerge after Ask SP questions have been answered. And as you say, the official release date was correct, so I am willing to let you off on good behaviour for this charge.
Phew, thank you, Darren. Such a relief.
The next accusation is from Miss Mouse, and it is for Gem.
Oh, what have I done?
Hi, GGSP. Gem is a noob. She said that Slither.io is a snake game. It's actually a worm game. Either give her the noob cup or explain why you shouldn't. Otherwise, my extremely loyal mice will incinerate you all. Miss Mouse, out. How do you plead to Miss Mouse's charge of noobery, Gem?
Not guilty, Darren.
Not guilty, Your Honour.
Right, not guilty, Your Honour. I maintain that Slither.io is a snake game. Not only is the game's concept based on the game Snake, the official Slither.io social media pages have been known to refer to playing as a snake. And slither is a thing that snakes do. It's a word typically associated with snakes. Why would they call a worm game slither? When you think of worms, you think of wriggling or at the very least wiggling, not slithering.
Quite the compelling case you present, Gem. In my judicious opinion and infinite wisdom, I pronounce this noob accusation dismissed.
Oh wow, I'm glad I managed to wriggle out of that one.
And now I see there is another noob accusation for Goose here from Benno. In fact, a few spawnlings have noticed this one.
No, not another one. I want to go back to the Ask SP desk.
Hi, GGSP. Noob Cup alert. During your review of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Goose said he enjoyed playing the original Donkey Kong Country when it came out 14 years ago. However, the game was released in 1994, which is 24 years ago. I believe he should drink from the Noob Cup. Still a great game, though. This does not look good, Goose. What have you got to say for yourself?
I think I need to speak to my noob lawyer.
Let's review the footage.
Well, Gem, if you can't tell by now, I have a particular soft spot for the Donkey Kong Country series ever since I played the original on Super Nintendo 14 years ago. 14 years ago. 14 years ago.
14 years ago.
Oh dear, this does not look good.
Objection! Judge Darren, my brain must have been tropically frozen or something. This is the work of that blasted Funky Kong. I just know it was Funky Kong, I tell you.
I'm afraid you cannot blame Funky Kong for your being wrong. Video game history timelines are very important. My assessment is that you noobed up the numbers, violating Section 3, Item 4 of Noob Law. The hand, please bring out the Noob Cup.
No, not the cup. Anything but the cup. Hand, how could you? What do you want from me? Do you want me to say that dogs are better than cats? I'll say it. I won't believe it, but I'll say it. What if I promise to never eat a cheese toastie again? No? Darren, how about a nice system upgrade? No? Hand, how about a nice pair of gloves? Guys, what about my good gaming record?
Enough bargaining. Judge Darren cannot be bought, Goose, and nor can the hand. Justice must be served. For the heinous noob crime of incorrect video game chronology, I hereby sentence you to drink from the Noob Cup.
Okay, look, I confess. I noobed up big time. But you know what? Who of us out there hasn't? There comes a time in every gamer's life where they must take a deep breath, hold their head up high, and accept responsibility for their noobery. All right, here we go. Come on, Goosey, you can do this. It's not that bad. Oh, how does this somehow taste worse than it used to?
Oh, I added a few extra ingredients to Mumbot's recipe. A light dusting of poning pepper and a touch of mustard custard essence. Oh, don't worry, you'll be back to your normal newbie self in a few hours. Now, if you spawnlings have a question or a noob accusation, go here. Noob Court adjourned.
Oh, I don't feel well at all.
Is that mustard custard?